While I was looking at the cliff above, a company of souls appeared to me on my left, who moved in our direction and yet seemed not to. So slowly did they come. That throng of souls was still distance off, that is, after we advanced 1,000 steps, when they all huddled close to the hard masses of the high precipice, and stood stiff and still, like men who walk in fear and stop to look. "Oh, well ended, O already chosen souls," Virgil began, "by that very peace which I believe every one of you awaits. Tell us where the mountain inclines, so that we may be able to go up. For to lose time annoys him who knows the most." When those who were in front saw on the ground that the light of my right side was divided, so that my shadow fell upon the cliff, they halted and fell back a little way, and all the others that came after him did the same, without knowing why they did so. Though you have not asked, I must reveal to you that this is a human body that you see. That is why the sunlight is divided. Do not wonder at it, but believe that not without the power that comes from heaven, he seeks a way to overcome this barrier. "Turn about," they said, making signs on the backs of their hands, "and continue walking ahead." One of them began, "Whoever you may be, turn your face to me as you go by, and try to remember if you ever saw me." I turned towards him and eyed him steadily. Blond and beautiful he was, and noble-looking. When I protested humbly never having seen him, he said to me, "Look at this," and pointed to a wound above his breast. He then said with a smile, "I am Manfred, who is the grandson of the Empress Constant. After I was broken in my human form by 2 fatal thrusts, I gave myself up, weeping to him who readily forgives, though my sins were horrible ones. The infinite kindness has arms so long that it embraces all who come to it. It is true that those who die resisting Holy Church, though repentant in the end, must remain outside the bank 30 times the period of their stubbornness, unless the sentence made shorter by prayers. Belacqua said, "What can I gain from going up? The bird of God who sits above the gate would not allow me to go to the tortures. The sky outside must spin around me first, as often as it did when I was living, for I put off my good size till the end." The poet said, "Come, see how the sun touches the meridian, and how the night from the bank already covers Morocco with its foot." I turned to follow the footsteps of my guide, when pointing his finger in back of me, one of them cried out, "Look how the rays seem not to fall on the left of the lower one, and how he goes about like someone living." The sound of these words, I turned my eyes and saw them looking in astonishment at me alone in that divided light. The master said, "Why have you let your mind get so befuddled that you move more slowly? Why should you care what they whisper here?" At a short distance ahead of us, people were singing Miserere verse by verse. When they too noticed that through my body I gave no passage, the rays fell. They changed their singing to a long and rapturous "Oh!" Acting as message bearers, 2 of them ran over to confront us and ask, "Please let us know what your condition is." And my master said to them, "You may go back and tell the others that this man's body is real flesh. If they have halted to observe his shadow as I assume, the answer should suffice them. They should respect him, for he should conserve them well." I never saw a fiery mass so suddenly divide the limpid evening sky, as those souls did in climbing back again. Once there, they whirled round to us with the others, like troops of soldiers running unrestrained. These people closing in on us are many, and they have come to plead with you, the poet said. But keep walking and listen while you walk. "O Spirit," they shouted as they came, You who continue to enjoy those limbs that you were born with, stop and rest your feet a while. See if you ever knew any of us, that you may carry back some news of him. But why do you keep walking? Why won't you stop? All of us once died a violent death. All of us were sinners almost to the end. When light came from heaven brought us to our senses, so that repenting and forgiving, we all departed from the world at peace with God, who desolates us with desire to see him. And I, no matter how I search your faces, I recognize no one. But if there is something you would like me to do, O well-born souls, tell me, and I shall do it for that peace which, behind the feet of such a guide as mine, makes me go seeking it from world to world. Then the spirit of a woman said, Please remember me, I am Lapia. Sienna gave me life, Maremma took it. This is known to him who ringed my finger with a jewel before he married me. My master said, Observe that soul over there, who placed apart by himself keeps looking at us. He will show us which way is the fastest. As the two of us approached him, he did not say a single thing to us, but let us go on our way, only watching, the way a lion does when it lies down. But Virgil walked right up to him, and begged him to indicate the best way up the slope. He did not answer his inquiry, but asked instead about our life and country. As my sweet leader began to say Mantua, the shade secluded in himself, leapt forward from the place where he was standing and said, O Mantuan, I am Sordello from the same place as you. And the two embraced. When the glad and courtly salutations had been reiterated a few times, Sordello stepped back and said, Who are you? Before any souls worthy of ascending to God were first diverted to this mountain, my bones were by Octavian interred. I am Virgil. Heaven was lost to me for not having any faith, and for no other crime. Like one who suddenly beholds a marvel that makes him both believe and disbelieve, as if to say, it is, no it is not. Thus was that soul who lowered his brow at once, and with humility turned back to him, and embraced him where an inferior would. Sordello showed us the beautiful valley, where rulers who neglected their Christian duties sang hymns while awaiting their purgation.